I'm the Raw called Zeus. Welcome to my first video. Here on the channel, I want to talk about all the aspects of character, whether it be origins, development, or my favorite, and the topic of this video, design. This channel is also an excuse for me to get a lot of drawing practice in, so if that sounds like fun for you, stick around and let's get into it. For this video, I wanted to do some design work, or should I say redesign work, on my favorite superhero, Spider-Man. But to keep things fresh, I'll reach into the Spider-Verse to give some lesser known wall crawlers some new threads. I specifically picked webheads whose suits I didn't really vibe with, to see if I can improve them without losing the general feeling of the design. And quick disclaimer, no shade to the original artist, and if you like the designs, hey, that's completely fine. This is just for fun. So without further ado, let's get into it. Our first stop in the multiverse, Earth 70134. This Peter Parker was on the brink of death when the symbiote known as Venom deemed him free real estate, and in a horrific half-a-year-long process, merged with his long-dead corpse to create poison. Yeah, so a cheery start we got, right? This suit is, I think, a little too safe. Its strongest attribute is the whole horror of a undead corpse being brought to life by a symbiote. So I wanted to crank that up to 11. You know, he's a long dead corpse, which means sunken face, broken limbs, you know, the whole ordeal. Because really, this is just a zombie with a symbiote that wants to make more zombie symbiotes. So I beefed up the tendrils, you know, to help with infection. And I also made the spider a lot more oppressive. Because I feel like with symbiote designs, the spider is definitely like the personality piece. So yeah, this is my design for Poison. I made a good bit of changes to this, and this is a kind of a obscure character. At least I feel like it is. He just kind of showed up in one What If, and I don't think he even showed up in any of the crossover Spider-Verse events. So I'm genuinely curious if anybody who already knew about Poison, if you just saw this design, would you recognize that it's Poison, or would you be like, who is that? I'm pretty excited to see what you guys think of these designs, but especially this next one, which is honestly pretty random and a pretty deep cut into the Spider-Verse. This is Earth TRN 816, Sailor Spider, or as Peter calls him, better than canon Spidey. So this suit is from one page of a fan fiction written by Peter Parker in a satirical parody comic by Marvel. It's called Not Brand Ech. And he's like, I think that's how it's pronounced. And by the cover, I kind of expected it to be like dated, unfunny garbage. But the jokes in there are only slightly dated and actually like half decently funny. So if you're like looking for just like a weird, quick laugh, that I would recommend it just to see like why, you know. But to the suit design, I was drawn to this suit just by the sheer randomness of the design. You know, a magical girl, werewolf, Spider-Man. It's just fun for fun's sake. You know, that's my favorite like comic stuff. You know, so I didn't have much to say as far as like what I didn't like about it, because when you look at the suit, it's just a bullet point of concepts, and I just wanted to turn it into an essay, basically, you know, like turn it up and take the suit to its like final stage, you know. So after getting my references together, watching Madoka Magica with my girlfriend, great show, highly recommend, and studying the source material, you know, I came to the conclusion that what the suit needed is a more intricate designed dress, with the web patterns, galaxy stockings, and a oversized bow. Okay. I gotta just, as far as the werewolf side was, I just attached ears and a tail because I just thought that would be funny. Like, that was the funniest part of the suit to me, because the werewolf aspect is such an afterthought, And I think it came together nicely. And I hope you're staying with me here, because this is probably, this is the least serious design. And despite that, I did put a lot of work into it. And I hope you like it. Tell me what you think, And that's it for this suit. Let's move on to the next one. All right. Our last stop in the multiverse, and probably the reason most people clicked on this video, Earth 616 with Miles' 10th anniversary suit. So after Miles' interesting clone saga, he decides to get a new suit designed by a friend of his because his old suit reminded him of all his killer clone siblings. And I'm going to be frank here, didn't really feel that clone saga or the comic the suit debuted in. From the weird use of the Spider-Verse essay subplot to kind of guilt trip you into liking this suit, being like, oh, you gotta be adaptable to change, which I thought was weird. To the person who made his suit's mom being all, oh, Spidey's the only hero who cares about us little people, which that's a hell of an assumption there. And then there's the whole killer clone disease being cured by baby spit. Which is like, it's the kind of crazy comic thing where I'm like, there's too much going on here, man. Like, usually I'm down for the comic craziness, but that there's just a bit much in that one comic going on just to justify the change, But I get it. It's 10th anniversary. They wanted to have a lot going on. But despite that, because I don't want that to affect the suit's rating, I kind of tried to erase that from my mind and looked at the suit objectively. And what I think is, this suit is so close to perfect for me. Like, it's very unique, and I feel like it could be iconic for Miles, but there's just a couple of little details that hold it back for me. One, there's the spider. Like I said, the big spiders are the look for me. And even when the spider is small, it can work if it's, striking enough. But this spider is just really boring to me. And the second thing, again, not a huge deal, but incredibly distracting for me personally, it's the foreskin mask. And yes, I'm incredibly immature because I can't overlook it. It's just too much. And I feel like this whole suit is very style over function. But that one aspect of it, the double mask, is where the camel's back is broken for me. Like, it's just too much. And I gotta say, I really admire this artist, and I give them props for going with such a unique and different look for Miles. But I think that's where it's just a step too far. So for me, first step, icing the double mask. Second step, making that spider bigger. And the third thing, I kind of tightened up his sleeves. I like the baggy look. I don't mind it. I think it's a part of the tech wear design he's going for. But it just was just a bit too loose for me personally. And with that, I just didn't want to change it too much more than that, because at that point it's basically a different suit. And like I said, I did like it, And again, props to the designer. But let's maybe tone it back just a little bit. But with all that said, this is my version of Miles' 10th anniversary suit. So yeah, I definitely had a disproportionate amount to say about Miles' suit. um, Almost like 2 times more than the other suits. So I have to work on my balancing, but I really appreciate you guys getting this far in the video, and I can't wait to see what you guys think. Just trying to be civil here. I know I made some pretty polarizing decisions here, but seriously, thank you for checking out this first video, and hopefully you'll stick around and see me in the next one. Have a good one, y'all.